Cardiff University students, my name is Anna and I work on the NGDP, which is Local Government's Fast Track Graduate Programme. Whether you're in your first year or you're coming to the end of your studies, I hope to use this time to speak with you about what it's like to work in the public sector, and particularly local government. I'll be joined by some colleagues on the NGDP and also graduates who are currently completing our graduate programme. We hope to give you an overview of what it's like to work in the sector, an idea of what your job would look like on a day-to-day basis, and also some ideas of the kind of impact your work could have. We'll also give you some tips on how to prepare for your application to the scheme, whether that's next year or further down the line.
Although local government's involvement in our lives is so extensive, many of us don't even realise what local councils do. From homelessness to education and social work to public health, the environment, business, parks and housing, councils are the force that help make communities tick. People deserve communities that are healthy, happy and safe, and it's the role of local government to make that happen. During the coronavirus pandemic, we've seen local councils entrusted with immense responsibilities in their communities. They understand their place and their people better than any other force, so it's no surprise that they've risen to the challenge. Councils deliver more than 800 services every day. They are often the largest employer in their area, offering a diverse range of careers. Some of these are quite specific, but there's one opportunity in particular that might catch your attention.
For almost 20 years, the NGDP has been the fast-track entry point for a career in local government. Graduates work for 2 years in a local council where they rotate between at least 3 different work placements, allowing them to develop a wide-ranging set of skills and experiences. They will also complete a fully funded learning and development qualification on the job, allowing them to learn about leadership and management in the sector. Let me hand over to a couple of our current trainees so you can hear a bit about what their day-to-day job experience is like.
Hello, my name is Tom Preston. I'm currently part of cohort 22 on the National Graduate Development Programme, working at Sheffield City Council. I know the city quite well. I've lived here for 4 years now. I graduated from the University of Sheffield in the summer of 2020 and gained this job upon graduation. I'm currently working in housing services at the council. I'm on my first placement of 3. I work in housing growth. During my time on the scheme, I've had the pleasure of interacting with other national management trainees from around the country, linking ideas and also gaining a qualification alongside my work at the council. This job is great. It allows me to interact with the people I live with in the city, allows me to give back to the city and gives me an insight into local government. So I definitely recommend it.
I think for me, finding out how much autonomy you have and how much control over your own time that you have was a big highlight for me, because I think I have imposter syndrome quite badly, and I'll often be there like, oh my God, like, do I deserve to be here? Should I be here? Kind of thing. And when you're given that much kind of, control over your own time, and control over your own projects, it does instill you with a sense of like, actually, if they have faith in me that I can do this, then I should probably be here.
Hi, I'm Poonam and I work with Anna on the NGDP. The NGDP is a generalist scheme and we aren't expecting you to come with any clear career aspirations, although we can support you if you have specific goals in mind. We aren't looking for any particular degree, university of study or insider knowledge. What matters to us is who you are, your potential, your skills, and your passion to make a difference. On our website, you'll find a list of key skills and behaviours. Each stage of the application process is measuring these and only these criteria. You'll also find stories, practice questions, and guidelines that we hope will break down the complexity of applying to a graduate scheme into more manageable steps. We want you to be able to put your best self forward so we can accurately measure your potential. That's the goal of the process.
Whether you're a first-year student or you're coming to the end of your studies, you might be wondering what you can do to begin preparing for your application process. Well, I've got 3 ideas for you.
First of all, I'd highly recommend doing your research. Investigate the role of local councils, perhaps starting with your own local authority, or read about the issues facing local councils across the country. The Local Government Association's website has some great resources around the current campaigns affecting the sector. We provide as much guidance and support as we can in the application process, but engaging with local government now will deepen your understanding and hopefully your passion for place-based leadership.
Secondly, have a really thorough read through the resources available on our website. This includes case studies of current and past graduates, which will give you an insight into what it's like on the job day by day. It will also show you some of the career aspirations that our trainees have had, how they've developed and grown those over their time on the programme. We've got some videos on topics like diversity, working in local government, and also on our learning and development qualification. Finally, do keep an eye on the key dates listed on our website. Applications tend to open in the autumn and close in early January each year. It's a long process, but it does give us time to fairly, equally, and holistically evaluate each candidate along the way. Do remember to give yourself plenty of time to take advantage of the practice questions which will appear for each stage of the process. Candidates who complete the practice questions do tend to outperform candidates who have not, so give yourself the leg up and do those practice questions. And don't forget to read our key skills and behaviours. They're listed on the website. Each stage of our application process is measuring these criteria and only these criteria, so they're really important to understand. I've come to the end of my video, so thank you for listening. I hope that we've caught your interest and motivated you to take a closer look at working in the public sector and particularly to applying for the NGDP. I know that we're living in really challenging times, but I want to encourage you that the public sector is here to stay, with jobs that are just as rewarding and meaningful as ever. They're looking for people who are skilled and motivated to make a difference. That could be you. If you're interested in applying to the graduate scheme or finding out more, please don't hesitate to speak to your careers department or to contact myself or a member of my team. My details will appear on the screen next. Thank you for listening and take care.